Yes, I. Om Namah Shivaya. Selassie, Jah, Rastafari.
Ashe. So, first and foremost, bro, thank you, innit? Thank you for just taking out the time and sharing your space. As you may know, this platform is Talking Slop, aka Talking Shit. It was built out of me and my homies and people that I build with. Many times we have a focus, but many times when we don't have a focus and we're just diving in and talking shit, divine things come out of that.
Yeah.
And by day I'm a horticulturalist as well. I grow food. And I'm also aware of how important shit is, in the recycling of nature and keeping us all going. So with that said, as I said, there's no structure. This is the closest we get to any structure. I have no premeditated questions or anything like that. I'm just inspired by people and people I connect with and build with. You're one of those by way of social media. So I just hope that we can just build on.
I'll segue on into the shit with you, you know what I'm saying? Cause shit is when you say Sat Shit Ananda, the Sat means truth. Shit means consciousness. And Ananda means bliss. So shit, when we talking slop and talking shit, we talking consciousness. And it's also shit is a shortened version of Seshat. Seshat, right. Who is the Kemetic goddess, very similar to Mayat, known as a consort of Tahuti.
That's right.
And she's known as the Lady of the Mysteries. And so maybe just by talking shit, some of the mysteries shall unveil themselves.
That's what I bear witness to over the months now that I've been doing this in life. But now with the focus of this platform, I definitely can bear witness to that. And I'll make reference to Shashat many a times as the consort of Tahuti. I understand that she's the one who whispers the knowledge and wisdom into Tahuti's ear, and he's just a scribe, He's like copying and pasting, and she holds, she really holds the wisdom. So yeah, man, I hope to build with you based on, the goddess and all of those archetypes. Hopefully, I'm sure they're here, they're present, and they'll come through with what we're dealing with, man. So yeah, this is Talking Slop, bro, and the only structure I have is just how we begin, how we start. And that's just for those who may or may not be familiar with who you are, just for you to introduce yourself however you seem fit. And then I'll just build on that, and then we'll just take it from there, man.
Very cool. Well, I'm a Illuminati Congo, aka John Hooks, aka Yanak Patah Hotep, aka John Nigga the Baptist. Many different ways that people call me, but none of them names really say anything about me because we're beyond these words. I write books. I do music, hip hop, with a Rastafari reggae type influence as well, and I've been immersed in the healing arts of breath work and sound therapy and just the healing art of yoga and presence and tantra for many decades now. It's an honor to be received by you, Darren LeBaron, and be able to build on this platform.
Man, I appreciate the sharing, man. And I want to start from the top because when I first got introduced to you by way of social media, Instagram, jumped on the page, I heard the name, and I'm like, okay, because I've done my Googles in the past and actually, do workshops and presentations on the Illuminati as well as the Congo.
Yeah.
So I'm curious as well as interested to know where the name and, from your perspective, Illuminati Congo, what's that all about, bro?
Well, first, Illuminati is very often held in in a fear-based regard by people. One of the first things that most people think of when they hear Illuminati is a group who secretly plans to take over or has already taken over and influences the affairs of the world for their own benefit. Now, there is truth to the fact that there are some people out there, some groups, some hidden malefactors who choose to connect with each other based upon their fears, and they fuel each other by their fears, and so they attempt to control and manipulate others. But I wouldn't associate those types of characters with conscious illumination, whereas everything is illuminated, all is illumination by its natural state. The volition and will of people to come together uh, and and let their fear fuel them sort of removes them from being able to even call themselves illumined or Illuminati. Then also the original Christians in Latin, when people were originally coming into Christianity, Illuminati was a was the name for a newly baptized Christian. And so if we go back uh, and look at the word Illuminati throughout history, it hasn't necessarily been associated with uh, a secret society since the original times, or maybe you could say it's been associated with hidden societies who had to hide from the main establishment because they had certain dictates against what they were sharing. And for instance, Adam Weishaupt, who they say started the Illuminati of Bavaria, he some of his aspirations seemed in tune with things that I stand for as far as women's rights and overcoming certain superstitions and overcoming the papacy in the Vatican. These were things that were spoke about, overthrowing tyrannical governments, uh, tyrannical kings, and returning the power to the people through illumination. Like there was talk of this, but we could also make a case uh, for other directions that he or others who hijacked that same movement that he started could have been putting that organization in. But I'm not associated with that. I'm Nati Congo. So Rasta people, that's Nati
Yeah.
Congo. I gotta take this down. It was looking all crazy up on my head. But
I'm way behind you, bro. I'm catching up slowly but surely, man.
but that's the Nati Congo.
Yeah, man.
And so as a Ras who's always been immersed in Gnostic, occult, esoteric science, even one of the founders of Rastafari, Nathaniel Charles Nathaniel Hibbert, was an Ethiopian mystic Mason. And
Mm-hmm.
this is one of the founders that is often uh, not looked into as much. People know Leonard Howell, people know Prince Emmanuel, people know Marcus Garvey, but when it comes to Joseph Nathaniel Hibbert, and even what's known about him is very mysterious. So that is more so the lineage of Rastafari that I was very much connected with, and all the other ones too. But that was very prominent in my experience as well. Uh, and from that Illuminati Congo, it just came together, and it makes sense that I can sort of see a Rasta world order that we're moving towards. That when I look around, I do see things getting more uh, catering to more natural italivity slowly but surely, even cannabis becoming more freed up around the world and more recognized. Like all the things Rasta said since the get-go, since the inception of Rasta, are sort of being confirmed as time moves on. So I do see a Rasta world order and the Illuminati Congo takeover. So Illuminati Congo is not just about me. I am Illuminati Congo in a sense, but really it's more of a movement of I and I who recognizes the occult that's within, that's what's hidden within, and can go there regularly in order to bring out and what can serve them from that, and also to remove what doesn't serve them from the or what's not of their, what they no longer wish to use in their creation.
No, I feel you, bro. And thank you for sharing. I'm being enlightened myself as you share. And I can see on my screen to the top left, you have the pentagram there. And
Yes.
many times when people make reference to the Illuminati, they make reference to Baphomet, and
Yeah.
the goat. And
Mm-hmm.
when I've delved in from my perspective and shared with folks, it ties way back to pre-Adam Wise, perhaps and others, because I've been able to take it right back to the Congo when we're dealing with the goat in
Yes.
particular. Because if you go to the goat and you go to the Congo and you see throughout indigenous Africa and as well as the diaspora, you find that the goat, as well as other horned deities, gods, archetypes were present, and they
Yeah.
represented fertility. 9 times out of 10, it was like, they're for fertility. And, I've got imagery as well as, history that suggests that we can take that way back to the Congo, to the so-called pygmies, the Twa, the little people who started all of this, man, in this season that we're currently in. And they have images as well as symbols representing the goat. And I'm very much an advocate of, highlighting the people, the little people that you find on all continents on planet Earth, being the first people,
So
being
the
the
little people,
yeah,
that's
man.
they literally the little people.
Yeah.
Yeah, for
So,
sure. That and that is the true origin of Illuminati and Baphomet is in the secret societies and in the voodoo of the Congo. And it's been used and applied mixed with fear based thinking and approaches over the years. And the people who are using it for their manipulative purposes, they're in fear, or else they wouldn't be manipulating. And the people who see these images and get triggered and feared are operating in a fear base when there's really no need to, if we are aligned with the center.